Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content today, we are going to talk about something amazing that happened in our fight against the sensitive places, the gun control without calling it gun control, that's going down in blue bastions nationwide. We have a big victory coming out of Maryland that you guys need to know about. So, of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. So, my brothers and sisters, as you can see, I'm still at the IV8888 shoot. It was a great day. If I saw you and met you, that was amazing. And next time, make sure you show up and see, because that's something you really need to witness. But let's get back to this, because there is a situation that happened in Maryland. Again, FPC comes a striking. Check this out, because this is something that you need to know from the sensitive places aspect that we're consistently fighting in the blue bastions, all right? FPC win. This is from the FPC newsletter. Federal judge issues preliminary injunction against Maryland public carry bans. And I'm going to show you the actual order here in 1 second, but let me get through this announcement. Baltimore, Maryland. Firearms Policy Coalition announced today that United States District Court Judge George Russell III has issued a preliminary injunction against Maryland's ban on firearm carry in locations selling alcohol, private buildings, or property without the owner's consent, and within 1,000 feet of a public demonstration. Those are massive, and we're going to break that down in 1 second. So that's what we're talking about in this case, is Novotny versus Moore. And obviously Moore is a big person in Maryland to sue. Quote, as for the other statutes cited by state defendants, this is from the actual order, they are not similar to SB 1's restriction on locations selling alcohol because they do not impose a comparable burden on the right of armed and self-defense, explained Judge Russell in his order. Those historical statutes prevented only intoxicated individuals from carrying firearms, while SB 1 bans all people present at locations selling alcohol from carrying. Do you understand the importance of that? It's not just, hey, you were in a building that's selling alcohol. The historical precedent, the historical text and tradition, the existing laws, i.e. the Bruen decision, restricted people who were drunk from having guns, not in locations selling alcohol. There's a pretty fine distinction, and this judge calls it out directly. Now, that's just the alcohol portion. That's not even including the private or public places without the owner's consent, which is a big bastion of the New York, the New Jersey, and the California sensitive places laws. All right, so let's jump into the actual court decision. Check this out. Here we go. From the order itself. Again, everything linked. For the reasons stated in the foregoing memorandum opinion, it is this 29th day of September 2023, yesterday, by the United States District Court for the District of Maryland hereby ordered that plaintiffs' motions for a preliminary injunction are granted in part and denied in part. Now, we're not going to focus on the denied in part because we're going to talk about what we actually got here. This is the important piece. Listen to this actual order. It is further ordered that the motions for preliminary injunction are granted as to the claims to enjoin enforcement of Maryland's laws restricting the carrying of firearms in 1. Locations selling alcohol to be codified, 2. Private buildings or property without the owner's consent to be codified, and within 1,000 feet of a public demonstration. Those 3 things are key components to not only Maryland's sensitive places law, like I said earlier, it's also New York, it's also New Jersey, it's also California. All of these things that they just passed, it's also Oregon. They are trying to put a chilling effect on the carrying of firearms, which is a Second Amendment right. This judge just completely smoked that in this opinion. Now, this is a temporary thing. This is not a final decision. This is a temporary restraining order. But this is important to understand. Excuse me, it's an injunction, preliminary injunction. This is important to understand, this one piece. It falls here, it falls everywhere. There are cracks in the armor across the board nationwide from these people who are using these sensitive places to put a chilling effect on the carrying of firearms, which is in direct conflict to the Bruen decision. Maryland decision just coming out yesterday puts all of that in question. 1,000 feet from a demonstration, that's a big one for the lefties. You've got locations selling alcohol, not if you're drunk. Locations, well, that's a place that has nothing to do with any history or tradition. Or public or private buildings without the owner's consent. You are now violating constitutional rights. And that is why this is important, because it's only going to take one for this entire dam to break. And we've got a lot of cracks showing up on the good side. And that is what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.